following is some information about fad diets and what you could look for in any eating plan. I am sure you have heard of fad diets that have come onto the market. It seems as though every few months a new diet or product comes out that claims to shed pounds, boost metabolism, or increase energy. Unfortunately, a lot of the claims are not founded in science, though they may claim to be. But when we are constantly bombarded with this information, how do we know what is true and what is not? Here are some examples of things to watch out for when you are evaluating the credibility of any diet or eating plan. Does the plan promise rapid weight loss? Slow, steady weight loss is more likely to last than dramatic weight changes. Healthy plans aim for a loss of no more than a half a pound to a pound per week. If you lose weight quickly, you'll lose muscle, bone, and water. You will also be more likely to regain the pounds quickly afterwards. Does the diet impose quantities and limitations? Ditch diets that allow unlimited quantities of any food, such as grapefruit or cabbage soup. It's boring to eat the same thing over and over, and hard to stick with monotonous plans. Avoid any diet that eliminates or severely restricts entire food groups, such as carbohydrates. Even if you take a multivitamin, you'll still miss some critical nutrients. Avoid thinking of foods as good or bad. With the exception of a very small portion of the population, doctors recommend you eat most foods in moderation. So unless you have been identified by your doctor as particularly sensitive to a certain food, like salt, cholesterol, or gluten, or you have chosen to follow a certain diet for ethical or religious reasons, such as vegetarianism, embrace the health benefits of all foods. Moderation is key, though. Now we have to acknowledge that some foods are healthier than others. There isn't much nutritional content in French fries, candy, or potato chips. Nutritionally, these foods pale in comparison to foods like berries and broccoli, so it's not a bad idea to place some foods on a list of occasional indulgences. But in general, avoid classifying foods as 100% good or 100% bad. Some chocolate, some wine, some eggs, some milk, some red meat can all be important contributors to a healthy diet. Completely cutting them out or overindulging in them is when we see problems. And if French fries are what you love, have them every now and then, just within moderation. Does a diet endorse specific food combinations? There is no evidence that combining certain foods or eating foods at specific times of day will help you with weight loss. Eating the wrong combination of food doesn't cause them to turn into fat immediately or to produce toxins in your intestines, as some plans claim. Does the diet involve rigid menus? Life is already complicated enough. Limiting food choices or following rigid meals can be an overwhelming, distasteful task. With any new diet or eating plan, always ask yourself, can I eat this way for the rest of my life? If the answer is no, then stay away. A good example of this is the Atkins diet. Yes, you may lose a lot of weight by cutting out carbs and fruit from your diet, but how long can you go eating primarily protein? Eventually, you're going to walk by a bakery and smell the fresh baked bread and cave. And once you deprive your body of essential nutrients, like those found in carbohydrates or fruit, once you eat it again, your body will cling to those and store them, meaning that you may start storing fat. This is how many people fall into the trap of yo-yo dieting, which is very hard on your body, not to mention your emotions. Again, it is about moderation. Additionally, no two people are exactly alike and therefore cannot follow the exact same cookie-cutter eating plan without any variability. We all have biological differences, such as how our body digests certain foods, but also environmental differences that will impact how we eat. For instance, a nurse that works shift work likely would not follow the same meal plan as a stay-at-home mother. Our individual needs and schedules are different, so again, eating well is a lifestyle choice. If you cannot see yourself sticking with those eating habits for the rest of your life, it is time to come up with a more attainable plan. Make it work for your schedule. Incorporate foods you like and make it work for you. And last but not least, fat-free foods. Fat-free foods should not be viewed as free-for-alls. It's easy to think, since it's fat-free, I can eat as much as I want. But the manufacturers of fat-free foods have to increase other things, such as salt and sugar, in order to make up for the taste that fat provided. The problem is, without any fat, people don't feel full, so there's a tendency to eat more after eating a fat-free snack, as people are still hungry. Please consider these tips when choosing a healthy diet that works for you.